You want a practical tip for how to balance family time with long ministry hours during the holidays? Well, here it is. Don't. Alright, VlogMAS Day 3 is upon us, and that means we're getting to the first audience-asked question, or the AAQ, or maybe it's a Q from the A, which I guess if you, as the A, have a Q for the VPs, then hit us up on IG. Don't you love when I do that? No! Okay, maybe you don't. Anyways, if you guys have got a question that you would like the Vlogpastors to answer this Vlogmas season, well, just go ahead and leave a comment down below, or you can just send us a message over on Instagram, Bite of Brownie Productions, or you can catch me at Joshua Verwers on all the socials. And once we get those questions, we'll take a look at them, we'll decide whether or not they're going to fit inside a vlog, or if maybe we're just going to answer them on the Vlogpastors podcast, which is still going to be Thursdays at about 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. I wonder if we need to do like Vlogpastors Podcast Vlogmas Edition. What is up with that? So speaking about hitting us up on Instagram, the audience asked question for today actually comes from Dean Lentini, and he hit up Jared on Instagram and asked any practical tips for balancing family time and long ministry hours around the holidays? That's a very good question that I'm not even sure if I can quite answer inside a typical vlog, but what else am I gonna do today? Okay, so to answer this question, I think one, I needed a cup of coffee. That's some good coffee right there. Two, I need to get into a little bit of the semantics because I think before you even try to balance, you need to figure out how you're going to balance, because too often I would venture to say that we're not balancing things with the right form of measurement. Or maybe we're not balancing things with proper value. If I'm to give a practical tip, it would be focusing on quality versus quantity, because if we measure or balance based on quantity, there aren't enough hours in the day. But if we start balancing based on the quality, well, then it becomes a whole lot easier to balance. See, true balancing is just all about the value on either side. I mean, you think about this, I can put a pound of gold on one side of a scale and a pound of Skittles on the other side of the scale. And depending on whether you're an adult or a toddler, depends on which side has more value. And even when it comes to coffee, it's not as clear cut as which is the best roast. Sure, there's a big difference between some like whole bean, fresh roast, fresh ground, used in a siphon type of coffee that is just and then, you know, one of these little K-cups that you take and you just squirt it out in 30 seconds. And depending on where I'm at and what I'm doing, the value of each of those cups of coffee can change at a given moment. Because if I'm in a hurry and I want a cup of coffee, well, the Keurig is coming in handy. But if I want to take my time and savor the flavor, well, yeah, nothing like a vacuum siphon. Or a Chemex. Ooh, or a French press. And then this is where it gets tricky, and this is where some of the practical tips come in handy. You can't determine what the value is for other people. What you really need to do, the practical step, is ask your family members, what would they like to do? That's when you're going to find out what is valuable to them, and that's how you start to balance the time. Because if you didn't realize this yet, people are different, which means they have different likes, different tastes, different wants, different desires, different needs. And my job as a husband and a father and a pastor is to really figure out what the need is and try to meet that need in the most effective way. So we really have to try to live in an understanding way to understand what they need from us, what they want from us, and what type of time we can give them that is going to matter most to them. Here, let's head this way. Hey, Kiera, if you could do one thing with me right now, what would you want to do?
Bowling. Let's go bowling.
You'd want to go bowling?
Yes.
Okay, so what if I decide we're going to go for like 5 minutes of bowling, or we can spend 3 hours watching Shark Tank?
5 minutes of bowling.
5 minutes of bowling versus 3 hours of Shark Tank?
Yeah, Shark Tank is so boring.
What have you got here?
Basic claps.
Reagan, if you could do one thing with me right now, what would you want to do?
I want to go horseback riding.
What if I gave you the option of an hour of horseback riding or a whole day of sitting at Starbucks and drinking coffee?
I'd still go horseback riding.
You and I get to do one thing. What is that one thing?
Probably go to a pig farm.
Go to a pig farm?
Yeah.
A pig farm.
A pig farm. A pig farm.
Would you rather go to a pig farm with me that all they do is slaughter the hogs and you don't even get to really touch them? Or would you like to wait a couple weeks where we have to go to another pig farm where they don't slaughter them?
Probably wait for a week.
Hey, Dutch. Do you want to go for a walk, or do you want me to rub your belly? Rub the belly. I have a very important question for you. Would you rather me rub your belly or lick my face? If I could give you anything that you wanted right now, what would you want?
Well, anything? Probably some more Nutty Buddies.
Okay, I want to know what you guys thought he was going to say. Let me know in the comments.
My other choice would have been an Xbox One. Hey, I'm thinking outside the box here.
So then I guess when it comes to this holiday season, I would much rather spend my time balanced with my family doing activities that are quality activities, things that are going to make an impact, that are going to leave memories, and that are going to be valuable to them, rather than just, I don't know, meaningless activities or just time. Because it's not about the amount of time, it's about the quality of time. So how do you define quality time with me?
I define it by the way you define it, because I go by what you want, which is just sitting next to you. Because my quality time is different.
Okay, so you know that my quality is different from your quality.
Yes, so we do your quality.
What's your quality?
I guess spending time together, just walking around, even if it's doing nothing. I guess my quality time is being able to do something and move about.
It's
I
not
don't
just
sit.
spending time.
No, I can't. I don't sit still. It's hard to do marathons because I can't sit still. That's why we haven't done Friends yet, because I can't sit still.
Yeah, we're still behind on Doctor Who. We haven't even watched last year's Christmas special.
I love that I was able to help you see the light and to realize that Doctor Who is amazing.
You know what I love? I love the fact that the camera angle sees here and it can't see my hand going down there.
Ew! Don't touch your belly.
So yeah, I guess the practical tip is find out what time your family wants from you. And then do your best to give them that time, so that way it's more of a quality thing than a quantity thing, because these holidays are busy for those of us in ministry, and time is limited. All right, that's all we got for you guys. Make sure you head over to Jared's channel and check out how he answered Dean's question for this week. And remember, if you guys have got any questions, let us know. We would love to try to tackle them as long as we want to, because if you got some like weird stuff, I'm just not going to answer any of those. I'll just ignore them completely. But if you got fun ones that I want to answer, I'll answer them. And then make sure you head back here tomorrow. If you haven't already hit subscribe and rung that bell, well, you ought to be doing that, so that way you get notified when these things come up, because tomorrow we got another challenge. Tomorrow, it's a B-roll challenge. All right, until then, stay blessed, enjoy God's best, have a great day. I really got to do something with this. Man, I really can't see when I'm looking like this. You smell like Teenage Boy.
Yep.
Which is like a combination of Nutty Bars, Doritos, and body odor.
There you go.